Our planet is growing rapidly in population. This causes a lot of demand in food and products. With all these increasing factors, there is also a consequence: waste. The problem of waste, also known as garbage, is growing as we speak. But what can we do about this problem? And what actually are these problems? And are they necessary to fix immediately before it is too late? Here is a map of some of the countries with the biggest waste problems. As you can see, most problems are in the second and third world countries. Let's take a look at Brazil, a large country with a couple of huge tropical countries. But it also has a lot of problems, like waste. Brazil has a 1% recycling rate, which is awful compared to the Netherlands, which has a recycling rate of 24%. Brazil may seem to have a small percentage, but it's actually above average of global recycling. The Netherlands also has a collection coverage of 100%, meaning that there is no garbage that is not picked up by our management system. So what exactly is the problem in Brazil? Its collection coverage is 89%, which is pretty high. So that is not the problem. The real problem is the unsound disposal. It's all the waste that people throw away on the side of the street, along the houses and highways. This results in mountains of trash that is not picked up by the government. About 42% of waste is thrown away on these mountains. Most of these mountains of trash is plastic that could be recycled but isn't. A lot of this plastic goes into the waters and gets flown towards the ocean where it pollutes water. The problem is growing only faster. Since the population is growing means waste problems are growing too. Another country with a big waste problem is Trinidad and Tobago, 2 islands in Central America. It produces the most amount of waste per person in the entire world. This is mostly because of the lack of recycling facilities. Because of the plastic that is thrown into the sea surrounding Trinidad and Tobago, a lot of sea animals like fish and turtles are harmed. The littering in Trinidad and Tobago has also caused for a rise of mosquito production and problems with rainwater drainage, which gives a bigger chance of floods happening in the country. But also Cambodia suffers from waste problems. Although a lot of people actually profit from the waste in their country, street pickers try to survive by gathering plastic bottles and cans. They live of selling the bottles they found in the mountains of waste, but they only earn about 70 cents per 10 kilo of plastic bottles. An example of a street picker is Fan Sufana. He lives in the city Phnom Penh. He and his family try to make a living of waste, but there's a lot of competition. Fawn needs to be earlier, otherwise everything is already gone. About $2.50 is the average amount of money his whole family collects in one whole day. He says, "Life is rough here." So how are we expecting to fix this problem? It is recycling. The more we recycle, the less waste we make, and the less problems we have. Many countries don't have a good enough recycling system, and the people don't know how to separate the waste. We need to teach people about recycling and make more recycling facilities in developing countries, which we can do if you donate to certain organizations.